Kickin.boots with Dani
and Lali. Welcome to episode 4, you guys.
Woo!
We're on to a new episode this week. We hope you guys enjoyed our last episode. Our first kind of episode back. And yeah, we hope you guys were able to connect with our episode and with us and relate it to what we had to say. And we just hope you guys enjoyed it in general.
Now time to have some fun.
So for this week's episode, we are going to be talking
about working with brands.
Yes, so we're going to be talking about our experiences as, I would not say influencers, but no. I would say our experiences just working with small brands that have reached out to us in the past to work with them and share content.
We both worked with some bigger brands.
Or semi-bigger brands. So we're going to be talking about our experiences, and we're going to have a little both sides to this because Dani is a business owner and she runs her own Western boutique, so she's going to give us a little bit of insight of how it is on the other side, running a business.
And then also maybe some advice on how to work
with brands.
If you're wanting to.
If you guys want to work with brands, or you guys have your Instagram, mm-hmm. You guys do content sharing, I'm definitely going to give tips and tricks. But yeah, guys, and just a quick disclaimer, this is our experiences and our stories and our feelings. Everyone's different. Obviously, there are bigger influencers, bigger content creators, bigger brands, and we're going to touch on a little bit on things that really haven't been talked about in the Western industry with brands specifically. So this is just our opinion. This is just how we feel. There's no hate or nothing bad towards anyone. Yeah. This is just what kind of we've been through, and we're just going to share a little bit with you guys.
All right. So let's start off with, how was your week?
So,
Miss Lali.
I feel like my weeks are all the same. I'm in a deep routine where I do everything.
How was your week before we got...
Sorry, guys. We got a little... really interrupted by my dogs. If you guys can hear them in the background, I apologize. So yeah, we were talking about how our week was going. And I was saying...
over here. We're basically...
What? You want to be away from
me? No. I love you next to you.
Wait, girl. Let me help you with the throat. You didn't feel that on your face?
No. What was it?
It was a little fuzzy. Oh. But yeah, guys, we were talking about how our week was going. I'm saying that I feel like I've been in a really deep routine, and I do the same thing every single day. And I don't know if it's because of how our lives are with the ranch. And, me living, kind of far from my family. So, we make a day where, we go every week and see my family at least once or twice a week. Because I do live pretty far from them and I don't see them that often. And then we do have ranch work. So, we have to, focus on that. And we have our days where we clean horse stalls. So, it's a hit or miss. But the only thing that is, different is our weekends. So, my week is always the same.
The same routine every day.
Yeah, and I work outside of this or whatever, so, but it was okay. It was not too bad. Just work, ranch living.
You're gonna have a fun weekend.
Yeah, family.
Seems like it.
Yeah, we're gonna be together.
That's why you're gonna have
and you know what? Recently, Dani has been part of my week when I'm not at my parents' or at my suegro's house.
Literally.
Dani has been with me. What did we do the other day? We went to go watch Lalo play together.
We went to go watch Lalo play, and then we got ice cream.
Uh-huh.
And then you came with me to do some RTB.
Oh yeah, we went to Hobby Lobby.
We went to Starbucks.
Uh-huh. And then the other week...
Oh, we went to the tech shop.
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
To Farm and Fleet. No, we didn't go to Farm and Fleet. We went to... the Tractor Supply the other day.
Oh yeah, because we need to get the goats and the dogs food. And then, was it last week? Was it last week that or when was it when we came and watched the soccer game?
That was this week.
It was a Tuesday.
That was this week.
So she was over my house because...
I was here. There was a day you came with me to Hobby Lobby and stuff, and then I left.
And then you left, and then you came back.
At night.
That was funny. But yeah, that's how my week went.
I basically should just move in already.
I know, you should. I've been telling you. But
I'm here.
you already have your roomie, and we can't take Nana B away from you.
Yeah.
Or we can't take you away from Nana B.
It's okay. My mom likes to share me once in a while with you guys, so it's okay.
The amount of times you tried hanging out with her this week.
I've tried hanging out with my mom like 3 times this week, and she ends up having plans before me.
She's a busy gal.
She sure is.
So how was your week?
Well, I was with you every day.
No, you had your single ladies night.
I did. So I have a cousin. Basically, all my cousins are taken besides me and Kyra.
Shout out Kyra.
We go out once a week or twice a week, and we do a little single ladies date, just
activity.
Me and her. And this week it was art week. So every week we have a theme. So we painted and we got a little wine drunk. And then this upcoming week, starting Sunday, is music week for us. So
okay. What is that?
Sunday we're going to go see like some smaller country artists that are coming. And then on Monday, we're going to go see my girl, Carla, And then Wednesday, we might do line dancing, which that also goes in.
Okay. She has an eventful week planned ahead of her.
Yes.
Well, that's good.
Might not have a man, but I have
She don't need a man.
You're right. But I have a cousin that will go out on dates with me, so. Just the day that one of us gets a man, it's not going to be.
It's going to be over.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad.
You can still plan it out. You guys don't have to stop doing your thing because of a man or a woman. You can call it something else.
Yeah, just hanging out. Me and Kyra hang out all the time anyways. We
exactly.
Like to hang out, so. But yeah, well, my week was okay. Nothing that out of the ordinary. RTB.
Family, yeah. Well, let us know how your guys' week went, guys. What did you guys do this week? Do you guys work? Have kids?
What's your favorite thing to do during the weekend?
Yes. Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
We reply, guys. We got a comment in our last video and we replied.
On TikTok, we replied.
Yes.
We
love to see the engagement from you guys. It means a lot. Okay. So are you ready to hop in today's topic?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's cheers to episode 4 and this topic.
Working with brands.
All right, Miss Dani. I think
I'm over it.
Just straight to the point.
I'm done working with brands.
Straight to the point. She is done.
Not necessarily because I had bad experiences, because I think out of all the brands I've worked with, I've probably had like maybe one
bad experience.
So bad experience, yeah. But then it ties back into like what we talked about last week. I'm just kind of like over it. I'm putting myself more.
Yeah, I think it's
on the RTB side.
I think it's been partially your experiences, and then a lot more part on like how you've been feeling and just like your focus on RTB.
Like I'm not gonna be bogus either if someone like reaches out and like, hey, can I send you a PR or can you like work with us for a little bit? Like if I like the brand, like I'll go for it, but probably not on the Instagram side, probably on the TikTok side, because
that's true. I'm not quite over it yet.
No, you're not.
I've been really trying to focus on like really doing what I want to do and just going back to like the main focus of why I started sharing, because I never really intended for me to like do content creating or me like working with brands as like a small content creator.
You're not that small.
So
you're getting up there.
So I'm just trying to like really focus on why I started this and
like finding
myself again, because I feel like I did lose myself for a while and I wasn't posting or I wasn't being as active as I should have been and how I wanted to be. But it's hard, guys. It has its pros and its cons. I'm not gonna lie.
does take a toll on you.
Yes, we appreciate every single small business or every single business in general that has wanted to work with us, wanted to work with me personally. I take every single one of like my brand deals or my like just like any like brand that wants to work with me really to like heart, because I appreciate it, and obviously they see something in me that
and
you know they want to reach out to me.
Like when you get that email, that DM, like, hey, we want to work with you. It's like, oh my God.
I know. It means a lot, but it has like, it does take a toll on you, and it does like, it's like hard because then you start comparing other businesses to each other. What was I saying?
It takes a toll.
Yeah, I feel like it takes a toll on, you know, the content creator or the person that you're working with the brand with. But
it also depends too, like what type of, how the brand wants to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because there's some that are like super on it, and they're like, you have to post this day by like this amount of pictures by this day, this amount of stories. You have to post an unboxing by this day. Like, that's
there are some
hard.
businesses that really do have like strict requirements to the collaboration you're doing with them. They will send you like an email or like a list of like the rules and what they require in order for you to do that that collab with them, or whatever like item you're repping, or whatever like items they send to you. They have strict requirements, and I'm not saying this is necessarily for the small businesses, but like for like the upcoming businesses that already have like their reach and already have their like consistent audience and consistent like consumers and customers. I believe that, if I can remember at the top of my head, I've worked with 2 semi-big brands that are well known. And I feel like those were like my 2 hardest brands that I did. Brand deals that I did, and I was like,
because dang. I've kind of worked, if you think about it, it's like, I don't want to say like last, middle, and then the top, but like, I've worked with small brands, and then like I've worked with 1 or 2 that I can think of, that mean of like the upcoming that are like up there, and then I've worked with like a big brand, like with Kickin.boots, you know. And
we're naming brands now.
Well, we can't.
I mean, if it's a good experience for you, you do you, girl.
Kickin.boots, I love you guys because they're amazing.
Yeah.
But like, the requirements from Kickin.boots and the other brand, the upcoming brand, totally different. Like, the upcoming brand stressed me out.
Wait, are we talking about the same one?
No, because you didn't rep for them.
No, I didn't.
No.
Oh, okay. Wait, where's that?
We're like super like.
Okay, so
you know,
so Kickin.boots, and then
Kickin.boots,
the other one.
I love Kickin.boots. I'm still working with them. My code is still active. Like, they're.
So if y'all want some Kickin.boots boots, use Dani's code.
Dani15 at checkout. Like,
and let me tell y'all, Kickin.boots is where it's at.
Dude, they ship out so fast, and they have probably one of the most comfortable boots ever.
This is not sponsored by Kickin.boots.
But if Kickin.boots sees this and you guys want to sponsor us, like, you have my email already. So.
Yeah. And I'm a huge fan.
Don't be afraid.
I love your boots.
But, like, them, like, they were super chill. Like, they basically were, like, post as much as you can, and every time we send you a boot or you buy a boot, like, unboxing. And right away, they sent me, like, boots, you know? Like, and then the upcoming one that was about to, like, you know, it has its followers. It has, like, some 20-point-some-K followers. Like, and it doesn't matter about the followers. Honestly, it really does not.
No, it doesn't.
They were, like, super strict. Like, you have to
post
I can imagine them being
during
the week. Like, this amount of times on the story, TikToks. I just could not keep up with it. And then, too, it's, like, it sucks because we still work, like... Yeah. And then, I'm not saying, like, obviously I see both sides of the story because I'm also a business owner. But, like, I'm not saying, like, they have to constantly send us stuff. But, like, if they want us to constantly be posting, like, we cannot be spending so much money on, like,
their store. Like, I get it if you want us to share your stories, share your posts, share any sales you guys are having, share any promotions, like, share whatever you posted that day. throughout the week. But, like, it's so hard to try to do it every day and every single post they have. Because sometimes the algorithm, it doesn't reach. Even if you, like, go and search, you're like, well, dang, they posted this, like, last week.
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
You know? And it's, like, it's hard to keep up with that. Like, you can only share so much to where your audience is going to actually be like, oh, that's cute, I want to shop. You know? Like, let me go buy and use your discount code. Like, if you're watching my story, like, for example, let's use RTB for an example. This is hypothetically speaking. Let's say, like, I'm sharing, which I have done and which I do, have been sharing all the posts, and, like, you recently have a sale. Like, they're going to be prone to, like, click it the first once or twice, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, people aren't on Instagram like that all the time to be seeing 24/7, like, the post or even a quote or just a regular outfit pic throughout the week. And they're not going to be clicking on it every single time because they're gonna be like, well, you're just sharing what they're posting. What are you wearing? What are you showing for them? Like, you know, like you shared a month ago, but like, what are you presenting this week or this month? Yeah. You know, and it's hard. Like, we understand. Like, it's sometimes it's hard for smaller businesses or like upcoming businesses to really send out like that. But when you know your customers are shopping it up, like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, like, we can only do so much. If you want to continue for me to be sharing all your story, but where do you come in the collaboration? Are you making commission off your discount code?
Yeah. Basically.
Is that one of the requirements they have? And if not, then what are you doing it for?
That's another thing too. Like, the requirements, each one is different. Like, I feel like on my end, because I have that experience of working with brands, my requirements are, like, so low. Like, minimum. Like, you know, like, I'm not the type that's, like, you have to post this all the time. You have to, like, constantly post pictures of our stuff. Like, honestly, I don't, like...
And I'm going to tell you guys, like, this is, like, from an unbiased opinion because, obviously, she's my best friend and I work with her business a lot. But I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. Obviously, like, I love what RTB brings. So, as I was saying that Dani isn't, like, her restrictions for her ambassadors or her reps aren't strict at all. Like, I think they're very manageable for someone to do, especially if they have their own life and work, like, have an outside job. And I think they're not strict at all. They're very manageable and they're fair to what she's asking her brands to do. And she gives other people opportunity that aren't even, like, let's say they have 10K plus followers. No, they don't. Like, she really reaches out to people who, you know, who aren't supposedly influencers or aren't, like, you know, gives people an opportunity. And whenever she's really good at, like, PR packages, she's really good about letting us know when people actually use our discount code. Because half the time we don't even know if it's being used. And when it is being used, we're told it's not being used. So... It's like she lets us know. She shows us how many times our discount code has been used. She actually sends out PR packages when we've reached our goal of our discount code, or whenever she sees fair, whenever she can. Like, it's never like she leaves us out in the dark and like, we don't know. Like,
I could give back,
but you do
more.
Like, girl, the initiation of, like, your new brand reps, that was a big package. That was a big PR package, you know? And a lot of small businesses, like, wouldn't, or, like, they won't even try, or they, like, keep you in the dark, you know?
They're like, buy something first, and then we'll see if we send
like, one of the requirements is buying something, and I'm like...
Some brands do that. Like, they're like, oh, buy something first, and we'll see how your content is with that item, and then we'll see if we send you more. Yeah. I'm like, bro, what?
I'm like, didn't you guys come to me to work with you? Like, how does that work?
That throws me off even more when it's someone that's coming to you asking you, like, can you work with my brand? Because, like, I have it where, like, I asked Lali, like, work with my brand. I asked Myra, work with my brand. But then, like, my other brand reps, I opened that to anyone, and I read all the messages, looked at their pictures, and I didn't, like how you said, I didn't go based on followers. I just kind of went based off on how I liked how they responded, and if, like, I felt like they had that potential, like, I don't know,
to
like,
really represent our TV. Yeah.
Like, I don't look at the following. I don't look at...
Yeah, and it's hard. Like, we understand, obviously, like, bigger businesses are going to look at the following, are going to look at engagement because they're bigger and that's really what they're trying to do is just sell. Like, by all means, guys, like, us saying this is just our opinion. Like, again, we don't want to, like offend anyone or anything. Like, this is just us coming deep from, like, our experiences. But, like, we're not big influencers where we make money. Like, we can drop money on, like, a jacket or on some jeans. It's like...
And you know what? It sucks. Because it's also, like, those really big influencers that don't have to drop
money. Exactly. Oh my God.
We don't really know, but we know a lot of these big influencers are getting these big free packages, like...
And it's like, honey, they got the money to spend. Yeah, granted, we don't know. We're just talking from what we've seen before and not necessarily. Girl, you're going to tell me that we don't have connections with other semi-big influencers and we haven't talked to them.
Yeah.
So it's like...
we've talked to other influencers that are
higher than above us.
And they have the same, like...
Yeah. So, like, it's... I don't know. Like I was saying, like, it's just different how I see it with Dani than from other, like, businesses that I worked with. You know, I mean, I feel like the only true business that I've really kept in contact with, and now even better because she's my best friend, which, I mean, is a lot different. Obviously, I kind of have that advantage on RTV. But aside from that, like, before we were close, like, she was always like this with all of us. And before I started...
Even before... I had rebranded everything. It was a different name, like, years ago. And you were a rep, too.
Yeah.
And we weren't close, but...
No, we weren't at all.
I kind of kept that whole thing.
Right. So, that's why I can see where it's coming from, and I can see her point of view. But it's just... It's hard, and, like, other... Like,
I'm not up there where, like, I know some brands are able to pay back. Like, say you... sell items, people use your discount code, and you have an account where you can get the money back, because we've worked that. We've worked
where we
brands.
make commission off of the sales that our discount code makes.
I'm not there yet, but thankfully I'm able to, like her, I have it when you reach a certain amount of codes you use, I like to send something out. And like,
but she splurges on her reps.
Like this last time, I basically let you guys pick what you guys wanted. So, like, and that way, it's kind of like I'm paying them back.
Well, yeah. And we don't also, like, when it comes to smaller brands, I don't expect that from you, but that's where you're getting them from. But when you, once you start seeing, like, a business, like, slowly progress and get where they want to be, it's where, or when they start working with, like, a big influencer, it's when they, like, start, like, leaving you in the dark, not responding, not sending you the packages they told you, and, like, it's like, okay, well, am I your rep anymore, or what's going on?
Like, I'm not gonna name names, but there was a bigger brand I was working with that I was getting commission off, and I could go in and see how many times my code was used. My code was used almost 10 times before I stopped repping them. You know how much money I got off of that? 50 cents.
You're buying.
50 cents. And at almost 10, at least 10, I know for sure, it was no more than that. People used my code, and I got 50 cents from that.
Like, I don't...
And that, like, business is not... It's like...
They're pretty big.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
I kind of felt like cheated. Like, damn.
And you never reached, like, out to them?
I didn't. You know how I don't want to deal with things anymore, so I just...
I had a recent collaboration where it's still going, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I had a collaboration not recently. I did it a while ago. She points at the item. I did a collaboration recently, which I was, like, super excited about. Like, I couldn't believe, like, they reached out to me, and I was just, like, really excited to work with them. And their requirements were, like, pretty, like, hard. Not hard, but they were, like, it was a lot. Like, I was like, dang, if I really take this, I really gotta, like, hone in, and I really gotta focus on this collaboration and this brand deal. And I did get commission off of this, but this is the only brand where, like, I put my foot down and I stood up, not stood up to them, but, like, I had to, like, put my requirements on the brand, because influencers do have requirements for brands, and they do charge. That's the way of making their money. I don't charge per my post. I don't charge yet. I'm nowhere near wherever I would think I would charge. Nowhere near right now. If I get past 25, maybe I'll start charging. But
before 25.
Girl, how am I gonna look like a 10,000, a 10K?
Shit. Girl.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know, but I don't see myself charging for brands yet, especially small businesses, because when it comes to small businesses, it's a lot different. But with this brand, I had to, like, really, like, put my foot down and be like, okay, they wanted to collab with me a second time, but they would not pay me for my first collab until, like, I had said yes to my second collab.
So
and I was like,
did you know how much you were going to get paid?
Yeah, I had already known how many times my discount code was used, this is probably the most commission I've made off a brand. So I was, like, really strict with it. I was like, man, like, I know I'm small, but, like, I'm taking my time. I'm taking time out of my day, outside of my regular day-to-day base. I'm making these outfits. I'm creating around what the item was. And I still have to, like, edit and everything.
And
so,
working with them like that, like, with any brand, when you're doing photo shoots, it takes so much.
It takes so much time.
It's so draining. Like, it really is draining.
Granted, like, obviously, we're super grateful for all the opportunities that we've ever had or were to have. But
it is. Yeah,
when
it's not
previous,
like, we don't, like, take a picture, like, snap, and then, like, fuck it, whatever, we like it. Like, no, we overthink it.
We overthink
Maybe
it.
it's just us, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, how we're obviously just talking about our experiences, but we really, like, actually, like, it has to be perfect because we're working for another brand.
Yeah. And the only reason why I put my foot down was because of previous experiences I've had with other brands where I'm like, I can no longer do this, especially if I'm, like, granted the money is good because it's extra, whatever, but, like, it's not so much the money, it's just the time and effort that I take behind the scenes to really work with these brands. And I was like, if I'm going to put my foot down with this, I'm going to take the challenge, accept the brand collaboration, and I'm going to do every single requirement that they expect out of me. And I did everything. I had all the requirements. They accepted all the pictures I sent to them, the videos as well. And I got my commission, but I had to, like, really put my foot down and be like, I am sorry, I can't accept this following collaboration until I get paid from the first collaboration and it's completely closed, where I know, like, I can confine, or I can have the confidence to work with that brand again and be like, okay, they did me good this first brand collaboration, now I'm good to open up a new one with them, which was completely separate from the first one that I did with them. So I don't know if that, like, kind of threw them off because I don't work with the brand anymore, or I don't know if I will in the future. If it comes to the opportunity, I think I will work with them again. It wasn't a terrible experience, but it was, like, a lesson learned. But I don't know if because I put my foot down with them and then the second collaboration came, they never reached back out to my email where I was like, okay, I'm confirming, like, we're good to go for that next collab.
Damn, this is like...
Yeah, so that's where I'm like, I don't know. And dude, you know what? It happened.
People all this work in and then they're like...
It happened when that one specific item went on trend.
That's why. I told you that. That's why.
It happened during the middle. It like, our email processes was happening when that item was, like, going off. Like, it first started to go off.
You guys can probably guess what it was, but yeah.
That's when and I was like, okay, like, y'all are going above and beyond for this item and, like, kind of left me in the dark. Like, what's happening?
I worked with them years ago. Oh, in the beginning of COVID.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
Yeah.
We had another friend work with them too, and she didn't have the best experience, but that's her story to tell.
And they're a big brand.
They're a really big brand. Yeah. But
that was my first big brand. I almost shit myself when I got the email.
Girl, when I got it too, I was like, oh my my god. But then I kept scrolling down and I saw the requirements.
But see, there's a difference because when I worked with them, they didn't have that many requirements.
Well, girl, because they were not. I mean, they were in other stores and other brands, but I don't think I knew of them like that until
they're bigger
like
now.
Oh, for sure, they're bigger now. Way bigger now.
Yeah.
After that whole thing popped off. But
even before that, they were bigger. But I think it just that one specific item just helped them.
I was like, oh, okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Nice working with you too. What's a bad experience you've had? Small or big? Well, you had the one that you just mentioned.
That one that I mentioned, that it was just kind of like they required a lot, and I was buying off of them, and not one single time, like, again, we don't expect, like, you guys to send us stuff or for us to get free stuff, but then, like, I see it both ways, like, obviously, like,
because you have the eye on both sides.
Yeah, and I'm much smaller than they are, like, super, like, smaller, and it's, like, I put my money in. Like, say I'm going to send her something, I pay for it. Like, that's my money, and that's the way I do it, you know? But, like, it just sucked because, like, I was working, like, hard, and they were like, oh, my God, we love it. Like, again, pictures, videos, all of that was getting approved.
Right.
People, I could see in my account how many times my code was being used, and I got 50 cents out of it. So, I basically got, like, 10 cents per...
Not even.
Code, not even.
Because it was these 10... Yeah, no. Yeah.
Not even. So, like, that kind of sucked. On the damn post one, Bro, I haven't even checked my account. And I know a few people have used it. I probably got money in there and not even knowing. But the damn post, like, they're a really good brand to work with.
Well, that's a good experience that you've had, at least, with that big brand.
And it's the biggest brand I've worked with, and
One business I first started working with in the beginning, not the very first one because I remember the first one, and I hold that, like, that business, that small business in my heart. It was, I don't think you've ever come to, like, know them. It was Dear Rodeo Boutique.
No.
So,
actually, I don't know.
So I kind of started becoming close to the business owner. Sorry if you guys hear a noise in the background. It's the tractor outside.
The ranch life.
But she was my very first business, and dude, they were so affordable. Like, I was able to buy, like, every time they launched. Granted, I had no bills. I was like 19. No, I was like 18. Had no bills. I was working. Like, this is when I was, like, able to, like, buy what I wanted, but they were super affordable, and I really liked.
Was it like just Western jewelry, or was it clothes wise too?
It was clothes too. It was apparel. It was accessories. Yeah. So she had a lot. No. I don't know if I don't want to, like, say her name or anything if this ever comes to for her to see, but she'll know. And I hold this brand, like, really close to my heart, and I wish they were, like, still up and running because this boutique had so much potential, and I was so happy that I was able to start working with a brand like this, especially how nice they were. They would send me stuff. Dude, they would still post me, like, after they like, closed down. Like, I think their boutique is still up right now, but it's not running, like, but I think they still have the social media page. But I don't know if she personally has hers anymore. I haven't talked to her. Dear Rodeo.
That one?
No. Dear Rodeo Boutique. Or she might have deleted it, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it doesn't come up.
Yeah, so that was, like, my very first collab, and they would send me stuff, and that was a good one. But the next one that I had that I worked with, it was, so they had first started working with small, like, content creators, and I don't know if, like, this happened to any of the other creators they were working with.
I never worked with them, but yeah. Are you cutting these names off?
Yes, I am. Okay. So yeah, I worked with this small business. They were a small business at the time, and they've come up since then. From what I know, why is so funny? She's just laughing at all my bad experiences. I need a water break.
No, because when I was chugging it, I was like,
Girl. You are in a goofy mood today.
I don't even know why.
Okay, so when I started working with them, they were a very small business at the time as well, and they were up and coming because of a lot what they had was like in trend. It was trending at the moment. So then they started working with a big influencer at the time, and they started sending her. They would send, I think, items monthly. I don't remember if it was to like post and like the like PR package of the month or whatnot, and it was like different items every single time. And I want to say my first 2 PR packages for 2 different months, and then I started seeing that this big influencer was getting them at the same time, and she was posting them and she was repping them all the time. And then we get to like the third month for sure. And I see her posting the PR package she got that month. And I was like, okay, like we'll see what I get this month. And I never received my package. The next month came. I see that she posted her package again. Nothing came. And then I was just like, okay, like this is like, like, yeah, this has come to an end. And then I reached out to the brand. And I didn't say anything because I was like, granted, I'm not a big influencer or whatever, or I'm not a big content creator, that they would be sending me stuff. So I said something and then she sent me the following month, but she sent me like, I don't know what it was. It was like, oh, she has
random item.
I got a random item that was like holiday based and was not in like trend anymore. And so they just kind of randomly just sent me whatever because I had reached out to them. But ever since then, I stopped working with them because I never received anything following that. So I was like, I'm going to take them off my highlights of my codes because I have the people that I still work with. And even then, like, I broke it down and I've gotten organized to the ones that I do work with. And still, like, it's like, if you don't want to work with someone anymore, like, tell them, like, it's come to an end. Especially when you have certain time frames of the business of the like brand reps you're gonna have that certain amount of time. Like, let them know, like, okay, like your time is up, like we're gonna give someone else a chance, or like just be open and honest about it. Because if you're not being open and honest about it, how is it gonna be with other influencers?
And
work with
sucks, you. To be honest, it sucks. Like, in that part, it does, but you have to, like, say it. Like, for example, like, the other girls that applied to be a rep with me, I couldn't even know how to say, like, sorry, like, I picked someone else. Like, it's so hard. And, like, I said it in the nicest way, and then I gave them a discount code, like, for them to use it in their next order. And a lot of them, like, responded, and they were like, oh, my God, like, thanks. Like, Like, at least, like, that was my way of kind of, like, giving you, like,
at least a thanks you. To, like
thanks for applying, like, here's a discount for the next time you
And I mean, you don't have to do that. You can also just send a nice text. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is
just hard it because there's brands that you apply
and they don't even open it, or they read it and leave you on red.
That business that brand that we both applied for. You remember? And then we kept checking and checking. It was sometime last year. And we got approved, and then we realized that
it was not anything.
No, that all the brand reps were white.
Wait, who are you talking about?
I don't remember their name anymore. But they're up there now. They're like in a big like a big upcoming. I don't remember. Remember we both applied for it and we were like, and so did our bestie in Cali.
I don't remember what brand it was for.
We all posted it. Myra posted it. And it was on a whole Google Docs, like, they had a whole Google Docs, like, to fill out, like, to be a brand rep.
I don't remember what it was for.
They, like, posted on their story, like, oh, we got a lot of, like, response back, like, we're gonna wait, like, a week or two to post, like, the brand reps or, like, to pick. And it was all, like... Güeras que ya tienen, like, big followings, like, they don't care about us colored people.
Yeah. That's a topic.
That's another topic for another day.
I mean, we can get into it. It's all within the same
yeah.
thing. It's working with what brands do and working with brands. Or we can.
I don't care what color you are.
No. Like,
to work with. Like, what does that have to do? But you know what? In this world that we live in, it throws me off even more when you're Hispanic and you have a big business and you are only working with... I don't even want to finish that sentence. Because...
Okay, this is...
And you represent, like, Latina power, but all your brand reps are not Latina.
Or Mexican. Yeah, that's a topic that we wanted to get into separately, but we can touch on it right now because it's within brands itself. We've been seeing recently that a few brands have been coming up and coming right now, and they have a lot of, like, they bring out a lot of, like, their culture, being proud of being Mexican, and, like, having this vaquero store, vaquero wear in Spanish, and all their brand reps, or I don't even know if they're brand reps, but all the people that are getting PR. Well,
they must be because they have discount codes.
Oh, that's true. So a lot of the people that have been getting PR packages from them, like, no, we're not hating on, like, the güeras or the white people, Americans, you know, in the American Western industry, because granted, we love a lot of that too. But it's like, it sucks so hard to see, like, on our side, like, the Western industry on our side, in the charro life, in the rodeo life, that being bull riding, that being roping, and in, like, the ranch living cowboy life, where it's not being represented the way of how big our industry is, just as much as American rodeo or just as much as American Western. Like, and it sucks because we're already being misrepresented by other bigger brands that they reach out to content creators, our color, or Latinos, or Mexican, whatever. They reach out to them, send them the PR packages, but who do you see on the big ass billboards?
Yeah. And then you don't get even reposted.
And then you only get, if they're sharing, it's only for one time only, because then they can say they worked with colored influencers, or they worked with Hispanic or Mexican influencers, or you see a brown person up on their billboard. It's like, probably once that you ever see a brand do. And that's talking about the big brands, like, you know, and it sucks to say. And even when it happens with, like, let's say, like, for example, let's say we're gonna compare, like, Wrangler in Ariat with like a smaller, like big town, like a big store in Texas, like, let's say, right? And all those stores you see, they're all, like, vaquero represented. And when a brand is up and coming and they're representing that, but then other PR is getting sent to, like, people that aren't in the Western industry, or people that are only American, but they're repping vaquero, and they're repping, like, being Mexican and the Mexican flag and this and that. And aquí estamos toda la raza para apoyar la raza. And they're saying la raza.
It throws me
but
out too when, like,
where's the raza within the Western industry?
It throws me out too how you said, back to, like, that business that we were talking about. Like, they're sending PR packages to people that don't even, like, this is just clothing wise, that don't dress Western, you know? Like, I would never expect for a business to send me, like,
streetwear. Let's say there's a small business, like, that's, like, streetwear, you know, with Jordans. Like, you don't wear that. Yeah. We don't. Our content is not based on that. So
and their content is definitely not based on Western.
Yeah, so, like, I get it because, you know, they're big influencers and they're willing to rep it.
But sometimes it's not even that, because I've sent PR packages to a few big Western influencers. There's no difference than when I send a PR package to the micro influencers.
You're still getting the same thing.
Yeah.
And it all just depends how much it comes across.
Sometimes, honestly, the micro influencers
bring out the best content
and put their heart more out there, because they are fighting for that spot. And these big influencers are, like, I already got it. What do I have to? Oh, one post, whatever. I don't care.
Right. And it's like...
And no shade. No shade. We're not like...
Yeah.
Like,
this is just like our opinion and what we see and what we've heard other people talk about, but it's not being talked about. Okay, so I think that was our little gist of...
Our little rant.
Our rant and experiences about... We're going to go more deep into like this topic of misrepresentation and in the Latino community and the Hispanic community within the Western industry. We're going to have a whole separate episode on that because I think we have a lot to talk about, but that was just a little snippet of what's going to go into more detail of our next episode. But
we are going to talk about a little bit on how to work with a brand. Not work with the brand because everyone's different, but like how to start working with brands. Like
Ms. Dani's going to give some details and advice on how to work with brands.
Honestly, okay. This is my part on like, also because I have a business. Like if someone messages me like, hey, I would love to be a brand rep. Like I can give you this, you know. I'd be like, cool. But my first instant is like, it's not, it's just, I don't want to sound bogus, but it's like, if I don't have the brand rep opened, and you just randomly message me that, and like you just started following me, and like you've never like supported me in any type of way, it kind of throws us business owners off. Another thing is like when you message us asking like, do not do this. People do not do this. Asking to be a brand rep. I always read it. I always look at your pictures. I don't look at the following. I look on the pictures, like all that stuff. And then at the end of the message, can you please send me something free? Bro, kills me every time.
I could never do that.
Kills me. Don't do that. Do not message asking for something free.
Yeah, that's
you know, like it's just... No.
I don't think it's right. Like, you're already trying to give a good impression of, like, trying to potentially be a brand rep. And if you're, like, pitching yourself off, like, I understand, I get it. And you could be like, I would definitely consider you when our brand rep positions or applications open up. Like, you'll be the first one I reach out to. But if don't, that's different.
Start with small. Like, if this is your first time, like, start small. Like, don't be afraid. Like, if you see... a business that you, a Western business, or doesn't have to be Western, but if you see a business that you like and they're like, oh, searching for brand reps, apply. Who cares? Just go for it, apply for it. One of my, I'm not going to name her, one of my brand reps, I don't know, I don't think she's ever buying anything from me, but she's always supporting in any way, liking, sharing, even before she was a brand rep. And when she applied, I was like, I'm taking her in. You know, like, I didn't even have to read her thing. I still read it, but I saw that it was her. I was like, nope, she's going to be a brand rep. Like, she was already supporting me in those ways without even buying anything. And I'm not that type that's like, you have to buy something from me, like, so you can be a brand rep. Like, no.
Like, you guys think, like, businesses owners aren't paying attention when it comes to their small business, but they truly are. Like,
we do. That's what I said. Like, I don't care. I've gotten messages like when I'm not even having the brand rep open, and they ask, you know, and sometimes I will. Sometimes I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. Let me add another one. Or if not, I'm like, sorry, like I can't right now. I'll be opening up soon because I usually do it every so many months I open it up and do more. But don't be afraid to message. If you're going to message someone, don't be afraid to message someone. Just know how to word it the right way
or
where
just
it doesn't come off where you just want free things.
Or just tell them, like, I'm just reaching out for... Just give your spiel, pitch yourself, whatever, and then just be like, this is just for future reference. If, you know, your rep applications, I would love to work with you in the future. Or if I ever can, like, you can remember me by this and this and that, or this is just me saying, if ever in the future there's ever an opportunity that comes up that I am able to work with you, this is what I can do and this is what I can bring. Yeah. Like, I think that would be more than good.
But I think the main thing is, like, if you see brand reps opening, like, go for it. Just apply. The worst thing that can happen is that you don't get picked, and that's fine. You don't get picked. we've applied in places where we don't get picked, and that's I'm not gonna go cry about it.
Right.
It is what it is. You're gonna move on. There's all these other Western businesses, all these businesses in general, and
that will give you the opportunity.
You just gotta wait.
Yep. Your time will come. And don't be afraid to, like, put yourself out there, start taking pictures. If that's what you want to do, like, do it.
And like I said, we understand, like, we know you guys can't be, like, buying, like, things all the time, but, like, it just kind of throws people off. Me as a business owner, like, when I've gotten messages, like, can I get something for free?
Yeah.
I've gotten, like, hey, I won't charge you for a post if you send me some free items. Girl, I don't even want to reply to those. Like,
girl.
Or when these, like, something K how many followers they have, start liking all my pictures out of nowhere because one collection popped off. One of my collections popped off.
And they all of a sudden want to be all over you.
They followed me all of a sudden. They want to start liking all my stuff. Like, we see that.
Yeah.
We see who's actually supporting, who's actually, and who's not. And
For real.
You don't have to support a business. If the business owner's, like, genuine, you don't have to, you can support them without even buying like how
anything.
I said with my brand rep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think she's ever bought anything from me, but I've always seen her. She's always posted. She's always replied. She's commented, like, you know, because I understand.
Yeah.
Dude, we be broke out here. We can't be buying all this stuff.
For real.
Moral of the story, don't be scared to apply or message to be a brand rep. Just be careful on how if you're gonna message someone, be careful on how you
it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
So
because if you message me talking about I want something free,
it ain't gonna go.
No. I'm sorry, but no.
Alright, Dani, you think that wrapped up our topic of this video?
Yes.
Alright, guys, so we're reaching to our end of our video, and we are gonna end our video with our
favorite outfit
of
the week.
Our favorite feature outfit of the week. And this week I actually have a name because I am, like, obsessed with this girl right now, and I love all her outfits, and I feel like her vibe, her style is, like, literally me, and I can relate to her style so good.
Yeah, it's
but
definitely...
like we did in the previous video, we're gonna show it up here, the picture.
You go first since I went first last time.
Okay, so mine is from Brianna. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm not gonna say it. I will leave her handle up there so you guys can go follow her if you guys like the outfit. So this outfit, it's literally like the most casual, the most staple, like, casual outfit you will see. And I really like it because all the colors, and
I like that top.
That top is really cute. It's like a bronc. A bronc. Yeah, dude, I love these tops.
It's hard to find.
Like, my rustic one, girl, you be like, that one again? Or you be like, don't wear that one.
This girl has a shirt that she wears all the time. I'm literally, the other day I was talking
Hey, at least I have different outfits every time I wear it.
Yes, but still, the other day she was looking for an outfit, and I was like, do not even think about this shirt. Like,
did I wear it?
No, you didn't.
What did I wear?
Something else.
I don't remember, but it's my favorite top. But this one's different. It's similar. It looks like the same material, but it has like a pattern print to it. It's like polka dots with like bronc horse and a bronc rider with a cute like simple concho belt. And of course she paired it with the most staple turquoise jewelry pieces you can ever wear, and with the nice felt. So oh my god, it's coming up. But yeah, this is my favorite outfit. I love the accessories and everything. So yeah, this is my favorite outfit of the week.
Mine is from Justy, I believe her name is. I don't want to also,
butcher it.
Yeah. Hers is like, looks like she's at a event. But it's super cute. Also, the vests are coming in.
Oh, like, yeah.
You know,
I have a vest picture coming soon. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you. The vests are coming in, and that's another, like, main
staple piece.
Yeah, that's, like, so she's wearing that. Literally nothing underneath. I'm low-key gonna do that one of these days. Like,
dude, that's a cute outfit.
Yeah, it's super, like, casual, too, but, like, she accessorized it really well. And also with the felt. Yep. So I think that's mine. We'll also put it here so you guys can see.
We will show y'all.
But yeah, so that was our outfit of the week and
episode 4.
The next episode is gonna be super exciting. So you
yes,
need
the
to
next
watch that. It's gonna be a fun one.
Should we just tell them?
Sure.
So the next one is we're gonna do a fun Q&A with some fun bebidas, some fun
basically we're
cool beverages.
Truth or drink up.
Or drink up. So yeah, guys, next week is going to be a fun episode. We're going to be asking each other questions. If you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask us, please leave them in the comments, and we will be sure to add.
Or DM us on Instagram.
Yes, DM us.
If it's for a certain someone or for both of us, we'll read those. If not, then we are going to
Or if you guys want us to do like a poll or question poll on our Instagrams, let us know, but if you guys are going to ask questions, because if not, then we won't do it. But we're going to come up with questions between each other. It's going to be in the Western world, working with brands, and our personal life. So if we don't want to answer the question, we have to take a shot. There's consequences to not answering the questions. But yeah, guys, it's going to wrap up episode 4. And we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And we hope you guys continue watching and follow us on next week.
Comments or questions about what we talked about today or a topic that we didn't really go into today, just comment down below. And again, messages on Instagram.
Yes.
And then make sure just to follow all of our social medias, Kickin.boots, TikTok, Instagram, and here
on Instagram, it's Kickin.boots. And on TikTok, it's Kickin_boots.
Yeah.
And then what's your Instagram?
Danielita_mu.
Oh, yeah. Did you want to share that?
I don't care.
Are you sure?
It's already on there, on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. We did share. Okay. And my Instagram is Lali_La. So go ahead and follow us if you guys want to see more of us. And if you guys have any questions, DM us or anything else. Let us know, guys. But thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.